Hello, 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 and welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Patricia Flowers, and today I'm going to be going over differences between an entrepreneur and your nagging boss. Five differences between an entrepreneur and your nagging boss. But before I begin, I want to ask you if you find this may be of value, to please go ahead and share it out with people you think may benefit from it. So go ahead and share if you think this may be of beneficial to some of your friends. Also, make sure to stick around until the end. I have something I would like to share with you that will definitely help you grow your business in 2018. So, with that being said, stick around until the end and let's dive right on into today's topic of five differences between an entrepreneur and your nagging boss. Okay, so who am I? I'm a wife, mom of three. Now, speaking of mom of three, let me go ahead and introduce you to my lovely babies. You see the little girl on the left with all the pink. Well, that's my little lovely princess. Her name is actually Princess. She's 5 years old in this photo here, and it was actually her birthday when we took this shot of her, and we had an amazing day that day. Now, this is my 6 year old son, Glendale Flowers. He's 6 years old, and he also has a speech development issue. So he has a speech delay, and we've been seeking help since he was 3 years old. And so far, we aren't very satisfied with the help that we received. So I plan on homeschooling all of my children. Well, my two oldest and my youngins don't have anything to worry about right now. But I plan on homeschooling the two oldest. My daughter, she does not have a problem with her speech. She's perfectly fine. Her teachers love her a lot. And my son, him and her actually goes to a different school. So that's another reason I want to homeschool my three babies, is because I just want them all to be together, and I want that time with my children, and I'm tired of giving my children's time to the school systems to let them raise my kids. So here I am. I want to raise my children all by myself, and I'm working towards homeschooling my children in 2018. So now let's move on to the baby. This is my now 9 month old son. He actually turned 9 months today, so happy birthday to his 9 month old month. Okay, so he'll be 1 years old in March on the 21st. So each month on the 21st he turns another month. So we are very proud. So he'll be one officially on the 21st of March. And this photo is old because he was like 2 months in this photo, so he was still very little. And this is my husband here. His name is Glendale Flowers Jr. So he's a junior. He's the third, and he's Vundale. He's not Glendale. This is Vundale. This is Glendale. This is Glendale. My husband. We've been married for 6 years, guys, and I am a proud wife. I'm a proud mom, and I'm 26 years old. I'm a young mother, and I'm a young business developer, entrepreneur, and I'm also a child of God, um, an entrepreneur. I already said that, so I thought it was stupid repeating it, but I'm an entrepreneur, and I love saying how much I'm an entrepreneur, because I don't ever give up. I never gave up. I've been in this online industry for 5 years, and I've struggled really big, guys. So I know what it's like to struggle. I am very passionate about helping and teaching newbie marketers how to grow a successful business online. That's what I really love to do. So let's go ahead and dive right on into the five tips that I have for you guys, or the five little tips that I have for you. Um, so one, the emulous boss, which is another word for competitive. Now, this boss forgets their only goal is to make you succeed. But instead, they feel they need to outdo you to prove why they're in control as your boss. So instead of lifting you up, instead of encouraging you, instead of giving you the blueprint to succeed inside of the company, yes, they do train you when you first get started, but that is not enough. They have to continue to train you on upgrades, on system development, on anything that they have new within the company. They should be retraining you guys on all of this. And sad to say, they don't even train themselves on any of this. So then they get very clueless because they leave all of this information for the crew leaders to take in and they don't even learn it themselves. So shame on those bosses for doing that to you guys. Whilst an entrepreneur, they only want you to succeed. So an entrepreneur wants you to succeed. They don't feel that they have to outdo you because they do what it takes for themselves to get results by helping their team first get results. So they help you get results before they decide to downgrade. So they don't downgrade you, they uplift you, they encourage you, they help you to succeed. Now, when you stop thinking about yourself and instead build up your team, you will see things happening like you want in your business, which all comes from giving and providing value that you know will actually help someone. So, encourage your team, help your team get to the next level because that's the only way you will ever become successful in any business venture that you take. That's the point of doing business. And if you're an entrepreneur, you know what it takes to be a successful person. You know what it's going to take to succeed, to help your team grow because at the end of the day, it is definitely not about you. It is about them, your team, and how they will succeed based on what you are feeding them. Get what I mean? So now let's move on to tip number two. Now, this tip is the I know it all kind of boss. No matter what you achieve, your boss believes that they can do it faster, way better than you, while fixing themselves a ham sandwich. Now, they don't see you or what you have done for their company. They don't even recognize you are a part of the reason their company has grown to what it is in the first place. So they look way past you and they don't even see that you are the reason for their company to be where it's at now. You work your fingers to the bone no matter what you do. You are working your fingers to the bone and you are doing what you can to prove to your boss that you can do it, that you have what it takes to advance. But they don't see or recognize any of those things that you do because they think that they know it all. No matter what you achieve, your boss simply believes that they can do it faster, way better than you, while fixing themselves a ham sandwich. So sorry to say, but that's how bosses are. They look down on us like we are not important. Wilson entrepreneurs sees value in their team. Or shall I say you? An entrepreneur sees value in you. They actually glorify you even on your small successes. An entrepreneur don't think about themselves because they believe in the power of duplication and all it takes to build and grow their team to a seven-figure business. They believe in helping each other no matter what. That's a belief we all have to stick with as entrepreneurs. We have to all believe it, we all have to know it, and we have to do it and achieve it. And that's the entire process of being an entrepreneur, guys. Just take action. Now, tip number three is the idea killer. The idea killer boss. Now this kind of boss tends to be so negative over every new idea you bring their way. If you have an idea, they tend to ignore you and your idea because once again, as stated before with the emulous boss, also known as competitive boss, they want all the aha moments. They don't want you getting credit for coming up with the ideas for their company. For their company, they actually want want it how they outlined it in the first place. Now, even if it means your idea could have helped them grown, this boss usually are saying that that's not going to work. I don't think so. Or better luck next time, Charlie. So this boss are usually saying these things to you guys. That's not going to work, Emma. I don't think so, Charlie. Or better luck next time, Sarah. Whilst an entrepreneur actually cares about your ideas. They believe in the growth process and understands that if you are presenting an idea, it's going to more likely work. Reason because it takes consistency and persistence. No matter what you are doing, an entrepreneur are always adding more ideas to their marketing because it gives them more value to give back to others. If that makes more sense, guys, we as entrepreneurs, we tend to soak up so much value. We tend to obtain so much value and love it, guys. And we want to when we soak it up, we give it back to others. Whatever we're soaking into our knowledge system, we're creating content to give back to other people. So that's the main reason we strive to become entrepreneurs, is to give back to our community and to give back to people that needs it. Guys, stop being selfish, stop being stubborn, and share your ideas. That's the only way that you're ever going to see results into your business, is by giving your ideas to other people. Now, tip number four. This is the nagging boss once more. Now, I don't know anything boss. Now, if you all know this boss, give me a like. Give me a like, guys. This boss is at your grocery store. Now, when you ask them where something is, they tend to not know anything. They give you a blank stare and say, oh, oh, let me call Susie. Or if you're an employee, they stare at you like you're a ghost, as if your questions was dumb. But then in turn, they can't give you an answer because they don't even know. Or they expect you to find everything by yourself, even if you're not familiar with it. Whilst an entrepreneur, they give you feedback, they train you so you're not stuck in asking questions that you think may be stupid. And your questions, guys, are not stupid. Your questions are value. You just need an understanding and the proper training. So don't feel like you have to hold back. So your boss is going to make you hold back those questions because they're not into listening to what you have to say at all. They think they know it all, guys. They think they know it all. They're emulous. They stubborn. They so competitive to the point they don't want to listen to you. So they're like, what is Susie here for? I'm not listening to you. Don't think you can come to me and give me feedback on my company and then I'm going to listen to you. They think you don't know anything. So that's the way they look at you, that you don't know anything and I'm here. I know it all, but I don't want to help you. So Wilson Entrepreneurs does give you feedback. They train you so you're not stuck and asking questions that you may think be stupid. Guys, you need an understanding and the proper training. Tip number five. This is the last tip of the day, guys. The not good enough boss. The not good enough boss. This boss expects you to be perfect. No matter what you do, you can't seem to get it right. That's because your boss is too dang greedy. Too dang greedy. You could bend over backwards and they don't even recognize what you've done. Your boss would be expecting you to do way more beyond your absolute reach, which causes overwhelm and things never getting done. So don't overwhelm yourself, because even though they may think you're not good enough, the things that you're doing is not good enough, that's what they believe from you. They don't, you can bend over backwards all day long, but they're never going to recognize what you've done. Because they want you to do more than what you've already done. So they're basically greedy. They're greedy. Whilst an entrepreneur makes it their duties to keep you striving for success. An entrepreneur makes it their duties to keep you striving for success. They don't pressure you to do more than you can chew. It's more of a self-paced environment because you're actually working for yourself and not some ungrateful boss who wants to work you. And Def never pays you for your skills after 3 to 5 long years dedicating all your time and energy away from your kids. Now, when you are your own boss, you have no worries of who's watching my kids. When you are your own boss, you have no worries of who's watching my kids, what I'm wearing today, how I'm going to put food on the table, how I'm going to go on vacations with my family. Those worries all go out the door. And are no more. So you no longer are worrying about anything when you work for yourself and when you're your own boss and entrepreneur, guys. You don't have to suck up to a boss to, you know, that never gives a dang about what you do, that keeps giving you crap. They're not listening to you. You do not have to listen to that kind of feedback, guys. That's why it's so important to be your own boss, especially if you want more time and freedom with your children. If you want to retire your husband or your wife from their 10-hour a day workday, like my husband, or especially if you want to homeschool your kids because one of your children is suffering from a speech delay, and no one has the time to work with those kind of kids, or they have trouble working with them because they are hard to work with. So I really have passion to keep to homeschool my children one of these days. So if you guys have any of those desires like me, and you're tired, you're just sick and tired, I have something special for you. But first, the bonus that I was telling you guys about earlier, before I dived into this training, this is the bonus. The bonus is my 5-day social branding challenge. Now, only if you want 2018 to be your year to shine, your year to grind, your year to make money. If you want 2018 to be the year to remember, to be a year to remember, then I would suggest that you go to this link, http semicolon forward slash bit.ly forward slash 5-day social branding challenge. This challenge is taking place on Facebook. So if you go to that link, if you go to this link, if you go to, oops, let me go back. Okay, so if you go to this link here, um, this link, it'll definitely take you to Ramp Up Your Leads Academy. But if you prefer to just type in Ramp Up Your Leads Academy, by all means go do that. But I'll also place this link into the description so you guys can check it out as well. And once again, I just want to thank you for your time, and thank you for your time. Share this video only if you found value in what you've heard. Till then, I'll see you next time on my next presentation. You have a very blessed holiday, and remember, let's make 2018 a year to remember. We can do it, and I want to work with you.